यो प्रिपेयर गर भन्ने गर्दैन
ओ वाउ राइड सुरु हुन्छ 1 घण्टाको बाइ Oh, this is a nice castle. हामी चाहिँ फेरि पनि घुम्न निस्केको अलिअलि पानी पर्दैछ आज चाहिँ हाम्रो सेकेन्ड डे हामी यस्तो राम्री भएर रेडी भएर सेकेन्ड डे ओ माई गॉड सेकेन्ड डे दामी डान्सबाट सुरु भयो है हाम्रो मेस चाहिँ फेरि यस्तो छ मेस आमा
एउटा ज्याकेट त ब्याग मेरो घुम्ने ठाउँ भन्ने हेर भने हेर्दैन
हेर्न
यो प्रिपेयर गर भन्ने गर्दैन रेडी पनि अगाडि हो भने
ढोका सोका लगाएर घरबाट निस्केको घुम्नको लागि अनि यही गाडी चढेर घुम्न निस्केको निलम दिजु गाडीमा बसिसक्नु भयो म चाहिँ गाडीमा बिचरा निलममा भन्दा बहिनी हो तर रेडी भएर घर चाहिँ ओ वाउ कस्तो दामी देख्यो वाउ कस्तो दामी अमेजिङ 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 आजको हाम्रो सेकेन्ड डे चाहिँ यहाँनिर आएर घुम्दै हो यस्तो अमेजिङ छ नि भ्यू चाहिँ गाइस है यस्तो राम्रो छ वेदर अलिक कालो कालो भए पनि तर ठिकै छ अहिले चाहिँ अझै एकछिन जाडो लागेको थियो अनि अहिले चाहिँ राम्रो छ झन् भ्युज त ओ माई गड अमेजिङ हामी के भन्छ ट्रेन चढेको है अब चाहिँ कति भनेको थियो 12 कति भनेको थियो है अनि 1 घन्टाको राइड हुन्छ अरे अनि यस अब चाहिँ राइड सुरु हुन्छ 1 घन्टाको कस्तो दामी भ्युज देख्छ होला म देखाउँछु है
Second one's by the ancient copper mine, and the last one's at the summit. And then over on your right, you can see the not so grand hotel. Was very grand back in the day though. 1902 that was built. Hosted some very famous people as well. Winston Churchill, for example, he's quite famous, isn't he? He stayed there along with Anthony Eden. They painted it recently. It's called the Colonnade. It used to just be concrete. Yeah. Apparently the cable cars haven't been serviced this year, so I couldn't tell you when they're opening. But the first station's up that road. Also up that road on your left, the dry ski slope, the Toboggan Run. Alright, this Forested Valley, oh, little boy waving as well. Hey, this just getting spooked in there. This is Happy Valley over your left shoulder, by the way, folks. So you can get a little glimpse of it there. It's a lovely place. Honestly, I recommend having a little mooch up there. It's beautiful. The cafe is nice as well.
Your ride चाहिँ जम्मा 12 पाउन्डको राइड हो है 1 hour राइड यस्तो वर्थ इट छ लास्टै दामी छ
They boulder in that cave, so they climb on the ceiling of that cave. They hit most days. 1.5 miles all the way around it, so it is quite a trek. You can walk this for free if you fancy. It does take a while. It takes about 2.5 hours at a leisurely pace, and you can drive it yourself as well. £5.80 the toll is for a car if you fancy driving it. Another rock climb up there. Came over here from Ireland in the 5th century. Came over here to spread Christianity to West Welsh. They actually rowed across this sea as well in rowing boats. Would have taken about 3 or 4 days. Can get quite choppy as well. This is the Irish sea surrounding us, of course. I did actually have somebody on the train not too long ago who said, "Is this the Pacific?" No, it's not the Pacific. Shan means parish, and then Didno, Tidno, parish of St Tidno. and the most productive copper mine of the Bronze Age in all of Europe. I remember reading that they'd extracted enough copper to make 2,000 tons of bronze during the Bronze Age, and that bronze has been found as far away as the Alps and Scandinavia as well, so even that long ago, 3,500 years ago, we were still producing a massive amount of bronze and trading it all over Europe. If you fancy going up there, they do a self-guided tour, so they give you a hard hat, give you some information, and you go into the mines and you see the workings and the exhibits and what there as well, including full skeletons of some of the prehistoric people that were found in the mines. I've been probably about 20 years ago when I was a young lad, and all I remember from it, to be honest with you, was a mummified cat. So straight ahead of us now, and shortly on your right, there's a lovely castle-looking building way up there on the cliff face. So straight ahead of us now, and shortly on your right, lovely castle-looking building way up there. There it is. It does look very majestic as well, all the way up there on the cliff face. So that's a lighthouse, that is. Great Orme Lighthouse. 1862, that was built by the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board. In response to a number of shipwrecks they were having around the Great Orme, they decided to invest in a lighthouse here. It doesn't look like a normal lighthouse, does it? View of the lighthouse again on your right. And then the building further up the road there is the cafe. So a few things about that. We're only up there for 20 minutes, so if you want to get food and drink, get takeaway please. And if you can't finish it up there, bring it on the train and consume it on the way down. We don't mind, just take your rubbish with you when you get down to the prom please, and try not to make a mess.
अहिले चाहिँ हाम्रो टी ब्रेक हुँदैछ के खाने भन्ने सल्लाह हुँदैछ है यहाँनिर चाहिँ थ्याङ्क यू ब्रेक थियो ब्रेक भएर चाहिँ अब यहाँ थ्याङ्क यू आइपुग्यो थ्याङ्क यू मफिन खोइ त मफिन मिठो रहेछ यार हट चक्लेट त मफिनको हत्या गर्दै हामीले तिनजनाकोमा झन् त्यहाँ नयाँ रहेछ अब फेरि जानलाई हतार भएको अवस्था हामीलाई चाहिँ
Did have a monastery on it at one point, 14th century monastery, the ruins of which are still on the island. You can't get boat trips around it though. You can get those from Beaumaris or Conway. It's supposed to be good as well. My mum's done it. She said she saw seals and dolphins around the island. She didn't see any puffins though, sadly. I'm not sure if we can see Conway Castle at the moment. I might just be able to make it out, but I know exactly where to look, so it's a bit easier for me. Straight ahead of us where the water narrows, that's the river coming towards us, Conway River, Avon Conwy in Welsh. And then you might maybe just about be able to make out the, I can't to be honest with you, just about crossing the river, and then just to the right of it is the castle itself. I can just about make out the castle turret, but again I know exactly where I'm looking. You should definitely go to Conway, it's a beautiful place, it's stunning. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, along with Carnarvon, longest intact medieval walls in Europe. So you can see some very fancy houses over this wall on your right folks. They look very flash, don't they? Lovely long lawns ending on the coast. So officially this part of Llandudno on your right is called a Llys Helyg, which means Heather Court, but nobody in town calls it that. We all know this as Millionaires Row. So this is Millionaires Row on your right here, most affluent part of Llandudno. As the name suggests, you need at least £1 million to get any of the houses here. You can't even get a mortgage out on them either because of coastal erosion. You have to have the £1 million ready to go. That's how expensive it is. Said some famous people have lived here. And Neville Southall as well, Wales national goalkeeper. He had a house here as well. At Everton goalkeeper he was. Just to the right of Snowdonia. Get that very often. So one stop, a Chippy, Nemo's. It's mainly residential though. Lovely side of town though, as you can see. Cracking views of Snowdonia, lovely sunsets, and a big golden sandy beach as well when the tide goes out. There's one at the beginning of Marine Drive. They're both 1878. I think it doubles as an Airbnb from time to time. Owned by the Liddell family. And Llandudno was the inspiration for Wonderland. So this former building on your left is where the town gets its connection to the story. See how sandy it is on this side of town. It's usually the windier side of town. past, sure. It does also double as a seagull flight training school as well. As you can see in there, he's up against the rabbit hole.
Dami sa dami. Worth it.
Like I said, we're just going to pull up here for a second. You can get off, but it'd probably be best if you made your own way back if you did do that. So I'd probably recommend you staying on, and you can have a walk over here at some point if you fancy it, watching sunset or something. So we'll just be here a moment.
China.
Also on your right, very important building to the locals here in Llandudno, like myself. Originally an opera house, then a theatre, then a bingo hall, then a cinema, and now our local Wetherspoons. The Palladium on your right there, folks. Cheap and cheerful, or cheap at least. Also on your right we have the clock from Alice in Wonderland. That's one with the glass panels around it on your right now, and doubles as a flower bed. And then the last thing I'd like to share with you folks, if you look behind the Ferris wheel and beside the Grand Hotel in that plot of land there, you hate to do that by competition or what, but I reckon something dodgy went on. Usually is when it's arsing around here. Shame though, it was beautiful, it's worth looking at. Llandudno Pier Pavilion. You can see remains of it on your left now folks, the old framework and the stairs leading to nowhere. It was a very beautiful building actually.
अहिले चाहिँ हामी सीको बिचमा हेरिरहेको छौँ अनि त्यसपछि अझै त्यहाँ भेरी एन्डसम्म जाने भनिरह अनि जाँदैछौँ हावा लाग्दैछ चिसो 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 छ अलिअलि मौसम चाहिँ तर एकदमै राम्रो छ भ्यू चाहिँ है दामी अमेजिङ अमेजिङ भ्यू हामी चाहिँ त्यहाँ परसम्म जाने भन्दैछ सीको बिचमा छ मलाई चाहिँ डर लाग्छ कि तल हेर्नलाई पनि यस्तो राम्रो भ्यू छ कि लाइक केही शब्द नै छैन क्या यो भ्यूलाई डिस्क्राइब गर्नको लागि लास्टै अमेजिङ यता पनि यति दामी छ क्या यति दामी ओ माई गॉड यो चाहिँ दामी अमेजिङ यो चाहिँ एन्ड अफ द हो हामी जहाँसम्म आउनु यहाँनिर चाहिँ यस्तो रहेछ आई डोन्ट थिङ्क हामीलाई जान अलाउड छ यहाँनिर बन्द छ यो चाहिँ जाने ठाउँ अनि यो चाहिँ सीको बिचमा भइहाल्यो अनि यो चाहिँ सी तर अब आँखाले पनि भेट्ने ठाउँ छैन हौ हेर्नको लागि अब चाहिँ हामी बिस्तारै बिस्तारै फर्केको मस्त घुम्यो बादल कालो भएर आयो पानी पर्छ कि क्या त यो भ्यू चाहिँ सही लाग्यो मलाई यस्तो दामी छ लाइक केही शब्द नै छैन अहिले चाहिँ हामी फेरि त्यहाँबाट अर्को ठाउँ घुम्नको लागि जाँदैछ गाडीमा छौँ सबैजना अलिअलि थाकेको अवस्था वेदर चाहिँ देख्नमा राम्रो भए पनि चिसो क्या हावा लागेर गाडीभित्र त अभियसली is a Conwy Castle. We need to pay 11.50 pence. We're just gonna roam around outside because we don't have money to pay. Oh, this is a nice castle. फेरि अब हामी क्यासल भ्यू आइपुग्यो। यहाँ चाहिँ यस्तरी हिँड्नु पर्छ। हाम्रो कार पार्क गरेर हामी चाहिँ यता माथि हेर्न आएको भ्यू। उता भित्रको चाहिँ होला ऊ वेल्सको झन्डा दामी पर्छ। यस्तो हावा चलाएको यो है क्यासल चाहिँ कौनी क्यासल। यो भित्र पनि जान मिल्छ टिकट काटेर, तर हामी चाहिँ गएनौँ। त्यो चाहिँ थाहा छैन। यहाँनिर सानो रोड पनि छ। यहाँ तल चाहिँ यस्तो राम्रो छ। पट्टि चाहिँ घुमेन भनेर रिसाएर हामी फेरि घुम्न निस्क्यौँ यहीँको यहीँ। अनि पार्किङ पनि 1 घन्टाको पैसा पे गरेको भएर। यो चाहिँ के गार्डन हो? के गार्डन हो मोटी?
यो के गार्डन हो? LNWR
अमेजिङ गार्डन क्यासल। यही क्यासलको मुनि चाहिँ यो दामी देखाएको छ है। तर फोटो खिच्ने काम हुँदैछ अब यहाँ चाहिँ। फोटो खिचेर अनि जाने। हामी चाहिँ घर आइपुगेको अवस्था। भर्खरै फेरि सरिछालाई चाहिँ बिचरा भोक लागेछ। उसले चाहिँ खाना बनाउँदैछ है। खानेकुराहरू के चिकनहरू रे। मैले के बोला चिकन छ यहाँनिर। चिकन बनाउन लाग्छ सरिछाले चाहिँ। कोकलाई हामीले अनि उता नर्मल कोक। यो पनि म फ्रिजमा हाल्छु। खानेकुरा रेडी भयो। खानालाई बसिसक्यो। कोक रेडी हाम्रो खानालाई। म चाहिँ यता बाहिर निस्किनलाई रेडी भएर बसेको। पानी परेर हामी जान नसकेको अवस्था। सबैजना मोबाइल चलाउँदै पानी रोक्छ भनेर कुरेर बसिरह। एक त नेट पनि चले छैन राम्रोसँग, वाइफाई पनि चले छैन। पानी रोक्यो मोटी? पानी रोक्यो? छाता पनि छैन कि विडम्बना। अनि पऱ्यो यस्तो छ बाहिर चाहिँ। घुम्न आएको घुम्न पनि नपाउने त कस्तो चाहिँ होला। यसरी बस्नु पर्यो। घुम्न आएको मान्छेहरूको हालत हामी चाहिँ फेरि पनि घुम्न निस्केको। अलिअलि पानी पर्दैछ अझै पनि। यस्तै पर पुगिसक्यो। म चाहिँ यहाँनिर छु। पानी परेर केही छैन। सलले चाहिँ एकदमै काम गरिरहेछ बाँधेर राखेर। अनि त्यही हो जाडो भयो तर लुगा त लासु है। तर पनि जाडो भयो पानी परेको भएर होला। पर्यटन साइड चाहिँ जहाँ पनि समुद्र रहेछ कि साथी हो। कहाँ पर रहेछ के सुक्थ्यो र। फाइनली हामी घर आइपुगेको अवस्था। कता घुम्ने हो यता अब चाहिँ हामी बसेको ठाउँ हो। यहाँ चाहिँ लगभग बेलुकाको 8:15 भयो। अब चाहिँ घर जाने बस्ने सुत्ने। घर आइपुग्यो हाम्रो घर। यता पछाडिसम्म पनि कस्तो राम्रो क्याराभेनहरू छ यहाँ पुरै। यता पनि त्यही हो पुरै क्याराभेन। यो चाहिँ हाम्रो भयो सनसेट लेखेको छ। घर आइपुग्यो अब चाहिँ आराम गर्ने बस्ने
पकाउने खाने है
पकाउने खाने सुत्ने त्यसपछि बिहान चक्क लाएर उठेर रेडी भएर घर फर्किने थ्याङ्क यू फर वाचिङ आजलाई यति नै